reminder before we dive into today's video, if you guys want to find out if you won last week's giveaway, make sure you guys are sticking around to the end of the video. But also, if you guys want to find out how you entered this week's giveaway, stick around to the end. Alright guys, let's go ahead and dive into today's video. What is going on, comic book fans? Welcome back to the channel, and welcome back for another episode of the Wednesday Pull List, which is your hype video for New Comic Book Day, which is just one day away. That means it's tomorrow, which is May 17th of 2023. Guys, this week is a gigantic week for me. Wait until you guys see my pull list. It is huge. There are so many new #1s, so many good ongoing series. This is just such a great week in comics. I cannot wait to show all the cover lover picks, my new #1s that you guys have to be excited about, and then the top 5 must-have pickups. This is going to be a great video, guys. Strap in, and let's go ahead and kick this video off with showing off my pull list. Alright guys, so as you guys can see, this is my pull list. It takes up my whole entire ultra widescreen monitor. That means there are 25 books on my pull list this week. There are 6 new #1s. That's so many new #1s. And there are 3 books that I did not get caught up on because I always read the previous issue that's coming out this week, the week before. And guys, I did not get caught up on the Fantastic Four, Bloodline, Daughter of Blade, and Predator. But every single other ongoing series I am all caught up on. And guys, I am pumped for some of these books coming out this week. But guys, that is my pull list, 25 books. How many books are on your pull list? Guys, let me know down in the comments below. But guys, let's go ahead and move over and see if there's any books on the chopping block. For the 3rd or 4th week in a row, there are no books on the chopping block this week, but I do want to mention one book that is slowly creeping towards the chopping block, and that is the Fantastic Four from Marvel Comics. Now, this series is written by Ryan North, and I absolutely love the first 3 issues. I am not a big Fantastic Four fan, and those 3 issues really got me into this book because they were character-driven stories, but issue #4 really took all the wind out of its sails. I didn't like it at all. I don't remember exactly why, because I read that book a few months ago. But guys, if issues #5 and 6 do not get this book back on track, I'm most likely going to add this book to the chopping block. Alright guys, so again, officially there are no books on the chopping block this week, and we can go ahead and move over to my second favorite section of this video, which is my cover lover picks. Alright guys, we got a week with some really good covers and I cannot wait to show them to you guys. And the first 2 covers were actually on my final order cutoff speculation and recommendation video because I believe these books could be spec worthy, but these covers are so gorgeous. And the first one up is Wonder Woman issue number 799, the cover B, done by Raza. We got Wonder Woman looking absolutely buff, but she's also looking absolutely gorgeous. This cover is stunning. And the cover after that is for The Avengers issue #1, the John Tyler Christopher Negative Space variant featuring Vision. This is just a gorgeous JTC cover. It really is just really, really good. I like it. Do you guys like it? Do you like either of those covers? Do you believe they're spec worthy? Guys, let me know down in the comments below. But guys, this video is not about spec. This is about to get you pumped and excited for the books coming out this week. And the rest of these covers are also stunning. And the next cover that I want to show you guys is Superman issue #4, the Big Time Collectibles Bizarro exclusive foil variant. This cover is just awesome. I love it. I'm pretty sure they're probably sold out at this point right now, but guys, if they're not, I highly suggest going and picking yourself up a copy of this cover because this cover is so freaking cool. But let's go ahead and move over to the next one, and it is for Titans issue #1. Now, this is the Nathan Zerdy exclusive variant, the cover C, the tattoo variant. This is an absolutely gorgeous cover. You can pick it up over at the 616 Comics. They are a great online comic book retailer with lots of awesome exclusive covers, and I really enjoy the Nathan Zerdy tattoo covers, and this one right here is super epic, featuring Starfire. And let's go ahead and move over to the next cover, which is Batgirl's issue #18, the cover C, done by Crystal Chung. Guys, this features Cassandra Cain sitting on a rooftop, drinking an iced coffee, and I just love this cover. And I think it's because we got, like, you know, a superhero doing some, like, mundane human things, like enjoying a really good iced coffee. That is just so freaking cool, and I'm a huge fan of Cassandra Cain. She's such a badass. She's my favorite Batgirl. Guys, who is your favorite Batgirl? Let me know down in the comments below. But let's go ahead and move over to the final cover on my cover lover list, and that is Bloodline Daughter of Blade issue number 4, the Cola Spider-Verse variant. Now, Bloodline is such a cool character. She's the daughter of Blade, and all the covers that have come out for issues number 1, 2, and 3, in my personal opinion, have sucked. Really sucked. When you get such a badass character, the daughter of Blade, get some badass cover artists to design covers for this book. This book right here should have epic covers every single week. And why did it take a Spider-Verse variant to actually get a good cover on this book? I don't know. What is going on with you, Marvel? Your covers have really sucked as of late, and DC is winning the cover lover battle, in my opinion. Alright guys, those are my cover lover books for this week. Let's go ahead and move over to the new number 1s that I think you guys just have to be excited about. There are 6 new number 1 books on my pull list this week. That is so many new number 1 issues coming out in 1 week. There are some great indies, but guys, there is a book from DC Comics and a book from Marvel that I just have to talk to you guys about because I'm really excited for both of these books. Now, the first one we're going to talk about is the one from DC Comics, and that is Titans issue number 1. Now, this book is taking the place of Justice League. Justice League stopped a few months ago, and Titans is going to replace it. The Justice League is taking a break from the Defending the World, and the Titans are going to step into their place, and I think that is a really great idea. I love the idea of a Dick Grayson-led Titans team protecting the planet. That is going to be epic, but I also love the creative team on this book, especially the writer. Now, this book is going to be written by Tom Taylor, and the art is by Nicola Scott. Now, I don't know Nicola Scott all that well, so I'm not 100% sure if her artwork is going to sing on this book, but I know the writing is going to be epic. It's going to be so good. I'm a big Tom Taylor fan, and what I think he does best is write team books. Did you guys read his Suicide Squad book from a few years ago? He took a cast of unknown characters and made them amazing, made you feel for them, and when Deadshot died, you were like, oh, what? It was epic. Also, did you guys read Seven Secrets, his independent book? It was amazing, and it was also with a gigantic cast of characters. Yes, it did focus on one character, but there was a gigantic team around him, and it was amazing. And it also, if you have been reading his Nightwing run, you would also know that that book has slowly turned into a team book, and that's where Titans is spinning out of, the Nightwing run, and it's gonna be so good. I know the feels are gonna be there. We got Starfire, Beast Boy, Donna Troy, The Flash. This team is gonna be epic, and also Cyborg. Oh, I cannot wait to read this book. Tom Taylor is an epic writer, and I just cannot wait to read this book. I know I've said that too many times. I'm repeating myself at this point. So let's go ahead and move over to the other book, which is The Avengers issue number 1. We got a new writer on the Avengers squad, and guys, that's what's got me so excited for this book, and it's gonna be Jed MacKay. That's right, guys. Jed MacKay is taking over the Avengers, and if you guys are reading any of the books that he's writing over at Marvel Comics, they are almost all the best books at Marvel right now. So hopefully he is not going to be spreading himself too thin, and this book is going to be watered down, which I don't think it's going to be. I get complete faith that this book is going to be epic. Now, this also has artwork by Carlos Villa, and he is a great artist, so I cannot wait to see what he's going to do with this book. Now, there is one more thing I want to say about this book, and especially about the writer, Jed MacKay. Now, if you guys have read Jed MacKay's Moon Knight run, you would know that that book mostly does focus on Moon Knight alone, but he's also built up this whole cast of characters around him that support him, so it kind of feels like a team book. So that is a big reason why I have complete faith that Jed MacKay is gonna knock this out of the park. So guys, those are the 2 new number 1s that I am just over the moon excited about, because we got great writers on these team books, and they're gonna be the tentpole team books for each publisher. So guys, get excited, get pumped. There's some great covers for both of these books. Those are my new number 1s. Now, I am running out of time, so I'm gonna go ahead and skip over the almost top 5, and we're gonna dive right in to the top 5 must-have pickups. Alright guys, in the number 5 spot, which is kicking off our top 5 list, is Batman Batman Superman World's Finest issue number 15. Now this is coming from writer Mark Waid and art by Dan Moore, a great freaking creative team. Dan Moore's art is just freaking amazing, and Mark Waid has been crushing it at DC Comics right now. All the books that he's writing are really, really good. Now, this latest story arc did not start off fantastic for me. This felt a lot like issues number 1 and 2 of this series. I didn't love them. They were kind of campy and cheesy, and I didn't like it. And that's how I felt about these first two issues, issues number 13 and 14. But at the end of issue number 14, it started to get better, and it really started to suck me in. Now, this story arc is a crime story. There are some billionaires being murdered, and Metamorpho was framed for them. But then Bruce Wayne was framed for the murders. But then his legal team came in and got him off the hook, and there was some great banter between Bruce Wayne and Clark Kent when Bruce Wayne was giving Clark Kent the business because Clark Kent actually put out the story that was pointing the finger at Bruce Wayne, and that was really humorous. But at the end of issue number 14 is where we really started to get into the good stuff, because we're getting to the big villains of this story, and that is Professor Ivo, the creator of Amazo. Now, he has a new version of that, and it is awesome. It's going to be some epic creature, but the Metal Men are coming back in the story, and I'm a big fan of the Metal Men, and there is a tease that I saw for issue number 15 where the Metal Men are going to kind of become a suit that Batman's going to wear, and I think he's going to fight this new Amazo guy. That is going to be awesome. I cannot wait to read that. But guys, this is a great series, and it really redeemed itself with issue number 14. So that is why this book is in the number 5 spot. So let's go ahead and move over to my number 4 book. Alright guys, in the number 4 spot is an independent title with The Mighty Barbarians issue number 2. Now this is coming from writer Michael Morici, the writer of Barbaric, and also art by Giuseppe Cafaro. And guys, this book was awesome. If you like his series Barbaric, you're most likely going to like this series as well. And a quick synopsis of this book: there is a big bad, and he is destroying universes, and there is a wizard that is set out to collect a team of heroes to help defeat this big bad, and they are an eclectic cast of characters from different worlds that they're bringing together. And that was issue number 1. This wizard hopping from world to world, collecting these awesome characters, and it was funny, it was entertaining, it was a lot of energy, it was a lot of action, and it was awesome. So if you guys are looking for a book like that, funny, action-packed, and just like set back in the time of, like, you know, wizards and barbarians and knights, this is the book for you. It was awesome, and the art by Giuseppe Cafaro was fantastic. This was just a home run of a book. It was very enjoyable, and it was a quick read, and I enjoy those type of books where I'm not spending 15-20 minutes reading a single comic book. I got through it in like 10-12 minutes, and it was just awesome. I really enjoyed it, and that's why it's in the number 4 spot of my top 5 list for the books coming out this week. But guys, we have 3 more books to talk about, so let's go ahead and move over to my number 3 book. Alright guys, the book that's in the number 3 spot, which is right smack middle of this top 5 list, is a great independent book. It's called Dark Ride, and this is issue number 6. Now this is coming from writer Joshua Williamson and art by Andrea Brenson and Andrino Lucas. I'm probably totally butchering your names. I apologize, you fantastic artists, because the art in this book is so incredible. It's such a great book. Now, this book has been on the top 5 list over and over again because I think this story is so freaking good. It's a horror series, it's based on this horror theme park, but it's also a family book because the people who own the park are this family. There's a crazy ass father who's done some terrible things to make this horror theme park a thing, and there is a brother and sister, and the brother is more of your down to earth guy who's trying to run the park and trying to do the right things to keep this park afloat because they've been really on hard times as of late. But then there's this sister who's this socialite, and she's off doing all these crazy things, and you find out that she's much more like her father. She's totally bizarre, whack, crazy. But there's also the dark side of this book, the really horror part of this book, which is awesome. It's so freaking good. But there's some other characters that were introduced throughout the series, and it is just great. I don't want to say too much more about this book, but there are feelings in this book. You really feel for the brother in this series. You want to hate the sister because she's a total piece of crap, but there's also this other character who's had a brother at the park, and he's disappeared in the park, and something horrible happened to him, and something horrible might happen to this girl. It's so good. It's such a great series. This is my favorite book by Joshua Williamson, and he's a great writer. He's done some great things at DC Comics, but guys, this book right here is the bomb. And did I say the artwork was really good? Because it is. The artwork is fantastic from cover to cover. Guys, be picking up this book. It's an excellent book. We're getting right into the meat of this book with issue number 6. I cannot wait to see what's gonna happen next, and that is the number 3 book. We got 2 books left, so let's go ahead and find out what my number 2 book is. Alright guys, the number 2 book is a book from Marvel Comics with Miles Morales Spider-Man issue number 6. Now this is coming from writer Cody Ziegler and art by Federico Vincenti. I totally butchered your last name. I apologize, Federico, but your artwork is fantastic. I really enjoyed the artwork in this book. What really stunned me when I started reading this book is that I'm not a huge fan of Cody Ziegler. I really haven't liked what he's written in the past, but this series right here is fantastic. It has so many emotional feels, and I say that a lot on this series, but that's really what I like about comics, when you can actually care about the actions of the main characters of the book. You feel for everything they do, and you really are feeling for Miles Morales in this series. He's doing some really silly things in his personal life, and it's affecting his superhero life, and it's putting other people in danger, and he's dealing with the backlash from that. And there was an awesome villain in the first 5 issues of this series, and now we're getting a new story arc with this whole Carnage Reign thing. Now I'm really worried that this is going to throw off the whole rhythm of Spider-Man Miles Morales, and we also have that huge event coming up that is going to focus on Miles Morales and the whole Ultimate Universe coming back into the Marvel Universe. So I'm kind of worried that this book is going to get spun off its rails and it's not going to be good anymore. But I do want to reiterate, the first 5 issues of this series was fantastic, and maybe Cody Ziegler is going to keep this book on the tracks and tell an amazing story moving forward, even with those 2 big crossover events coming up, which is Carnage Reign and Ultimate Invasion. Guys, this book has been excellent. If you are a Spider-Man fan, especially if you are a Miles Morales fan, I would highly suggest picking up those first 5 issues. Alright guys, that is the number 2 book, Miles Morales Spider-Man issue number 6. But let's go ahead and move over to the number 1 book that I'm most excited about coming out this week. Alright guys, the number 1 book that I'm most excited about coming out this week is Superman issue number 4. Now this is written by Joshua Williamson and art by Jamal Campbell and Nick Dragotta. Guys, this book has been epic. I am not a Superman fan at all. I'm really not. I don't enjoy Superman all that much. But guys, Joshua Williamson and Philip Kennedy Johnson has made me like Superman. But this Superman book is freaking awesome. And what I really like about this series is the artwork by Jamal Campbell is freaking amazing. It is so gorgeous from cover to cover, but the story featuring Lex Luthor and Superman is incredible. Lex Luthor has gifted Superman his gigantic LexCorp, and it's made it SuperCorp or something like that. I forget the exact name of it, but it's so cool that Superman has like this gigantic corporation, even though he doesn't really like it. He tries to push it away at first, but at the end of issue number 3, he kind of accepts it, and he also accepts the help of Lex Luthor, because in issues number 1, 2, and 3, Lex Luthor was chirping in Superman's ear, because you know Superman has that super hearing, and he's actually attuned it to certain people, so we can always hear when Lex Luthor is talking to him. And it was so freaking cool at the end of issue number 3, where he's like, you know what, Lex, I'm gonna give you one more chance, which we know is gonna backfire on him, but maybe, just maybe, Lex Luthor is gonna turn over a new leaf and he's gonna be a good guy, but we all know he's not. So what is Lex Luthor's plan? But also, Josh Williamson has introduced us to this really crazy evil team, which Lex Luthor has been warning Superman about. And he's like, you know what, this whole thing with Parasite, how he's like leveled up and he's did this crazy thing, that's just the tip of the iceberg of this new group of people that is experimenting on all these villains are gonna do. And you're like, what? And then they show this group of villains, and they show Bizarro, and he's on like a slab, and they don't show his head, but then there's the guy holding his head in a jar. It was so freaking cool. I cannot wait to see where this series is going to go. And again, I just want to say, the artwork by Jamal Campbell sings in this book. It is so good. Alright guys, those are my top 5 must-have pickups for this week, which again is May 17th of 2023. Now stick around, because I am going to pull the winner from last week's giveaway, and I will let you know how to enter next week's giveaway right after this. Are you guys still watching? If you are, thank you guys so much, because we are at the end of the video and you guys are helping support the algorithm so much. Now, if you guys have not hit that like button just yet, do me a favor and go hit that like button. I normally get about 1,000 views on these videos, but I only get like 100 likes. Let's see if we can get those likes up to 200. And if we can get up to like 200 likes, I will add in another book to next week's giveaway. All right, guys. Now, if you guys like that video right there and you enjoy comic book content and you guys are not subscribed, what are you doing? Get yourself subscribed, hit that bell for notifications, and smash that like button. All right, guys, let's go ahead and get a little bit closer because we're gonna find out what 3 books this week's winner is going to get. I'm gonna go ahead and shuffle it just a little bit so I don't know what the first book is. And let's go ahead and pull out this one right here. Now, this is Bloodline Daughter of Blade issue number 1. I believe this is the In-Huck Lee variant. Oh man, the glare on that was terrible. You guys couldn't even see it. There we go. That's a little better. And the next book up is going to be this one right here. This is Venom number 5, the Gabriel Del Otto variant. A gorgeous Virgin variant. And the last book is going to be this one right here. This is Miles Morales issue number 5. And I do not know the artist on this book. Maybe the Miguel Mercado variant? I want to say that's what it is. Is it on the back? No, I didn't write it on the back. But guys, those are the 3 books the winner is going to win this week. So let's go ahead and find out who the winner is. I'm going to go ahead and cut up close to this right here, right now. All right, guys, as you can see, these are all the entries from last week. Thank you guys so much for leaving the hashtag Thank You 616 Comics. There were 1,200 views on last week's video, so let's go ahead and shuffle this 12 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 times. Let's go ahead and see who the winner is. Good luck, everyone, and then thank you guys again for supporting this video in this channel. I really enjoyed making this video every single week. The winner is Live Your Best Life. Congratulations! Live Your Best Life. Congratulations for winning last week's giveaway. And what you need to do is slip into our Instagram DMs. Our handle is right here. And just give us your address and I will get those books out to you in just a week's time. Now, if you want to know how to enter next week's giveaway, it's the same rules as the last few weeks. Live in the United States of America. Be subscribed, hit the like button, and leave the hashtag Thank You 616 Comics. All right, guys, that is the end of today's video. I hope you guys are pumped and excited for New Comic Book Day, which is tomorrow, because I am ultra pumped, even though I won't get my books for another week, but I want you guys to be excited for the books that are dropping tomorrow. All right, guys, have yourself a great rest of the week. I'll be back on Friday with my final order cutoff, speculation, and recommendations video. All right, guys, catch you then. Peace.